Hey guys, how we doing today? Honestly, for me, been a pretty terrible day so far, and not usually the day you want to start a channel on. But for me, let's go into 5 things that I do when I'm having a terrible day. Without further ado, let's move. Number one, number one thing for me to do when I'm having an awful day, especially if it starts in the morning, is to get out of bed. I can't emphasize enough on how important it is to not just sleep the day away when you're feeling crappy. And I'm not necessarily talking about feeling physically ill, because sometimes it is good to stay in bed if you're physically sick. I'm talking more as far as mentally struggling. For me, I'm type 1 bipolar, and some days are up, some days are down. There's a lot to go into it, and I'm sure in further videos I'll explain more. But for that first tip, it is to get out of bed and get moving. Tip number 2, be creative. Do something that uses your mind, uses your skills, whether for me, it's going out taking photos, taking video. For you, it might be drawing, it might be just listening to music and analyzing that. But do something that makes you feel like you can give your time to something important. Don't worry about how impressive it is or how influential it might be, but just get out there and do something that gets your mind working. And that, I think, opens up channels that give you a little more control over your feelings and a healthy way to express them. Alright, 3 here. Don't stay inside the house all day. And I mean that. Sometimes if you stay in the house all day, you feel miserable, you feel unable to continue. For me at least, if you're sick with something like the flu, obviously you want to stay in and not infect other people. But mentally, staying inside the house, I think, makes you feel more trapped. It makes you feel more unable to get outside of your head, and doesn't allow you to enjoy the freedom you need to kind of recover a little bit. So that's number 3, is get out of the house. Alright, 4 here. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Obviously, don't share it with everybody if you don't like to or don't want to. But reach out to somebody close, whether it's a parent or a friend, spouse. Reach out and find a way to get the help you need if you're looking for help, or if you just need to talk about it and get it out there so that's easier to think about and analyze, and easier to find some hope in it. Get out there and reach out to somebody. And that would be tip number 4 for me, is get a hold of somebody. Alright, tip number 5 here. Obviously this has been kind of a short video. Not meant to be long. I'm not a therapist. I'm not meant to be somebody that can go into detail about all the stuff that different people face, and I definitely don't know what different people have felt like or deal with. But for anybody out there, I would say plan on feeling better. Some days, somehow, that crappy feeling is going to go away for a little bit, and it may return. But don't plan for the worst, plan for the best. And with that, with those 5 tips, I would say, if you, 1, get out of bed, 2, be creative, 3, get out of the house, 4, reach out to somebody, talk about it, and 5, plan on getting better. Hopefully those are helpful. Hopefully you're interested. But those 5 things have really helped me, and easy to think about, hard to accomplish. But go out, try it, let me know what you think.